Hi, I'm Craig Lounsbro. I want to welcome you to Life Talk. Thanks for joining us today. On Father's Day week, I want to change the program up a bit and share something a little different. You know, sometimes it's a single thought that changes everything. Not some sweeping set of ideas or some broad-based philosophy, but just a handful of words. Just a handful of words that hold within them an idea that bumps the trajectory of our lives enough to make everything different. Entirely different. And so we're going to take a shot at this in our Father's Day podcast today. So let's begin our podcast by laying a bit of a foundation regarding fathers. You know, as each of us look back, our experiences with our fathers differ. Some of us had loving fathers who sacrificed dearly for us. They were always there in exactly the way that we needed them to be there. Others of us had abusive and painfully disengaged fathers who were there in all the wrong ways. And yet for others, Dad was entirely absent. The nature of fathers varies widely for each of us, and whether our fathers were everything that we needed them to be, or nothing of what we needed them to be, the role of a father remains absolutely crucial. And likewise, the impact of a father, either good or bad, simply cannot be understated. And so regardless of the kind of father that we might have had, may we always respect both the value and the utterly vital place of fathers in a tough, challenging, and increasingly confusing world. May we restore to the role of a father the power and importance of that role. May we yet again understand what a father is, whether we experience that or not. And so in order to do that, I'm going to share 7 Father's Day quotes with you today. And in doing so, it's my hope that one or more of these might bump the trajectory of your life enough to make everything different. Entirely different. May they remind us of what a father is. And for those of us who are fathers, may they call each of us to something higher and bolder. So I would encourage you to take a moment and think about these. A father is the man who can change a world he will not be part of by building the tiny human that is part of him. A father is the man who teaches trembling hands to reach up in search of everything impossible, for he has left his child with the unbridled sense that to do anything less is the greatest impossibility of all. A father is the man who realizes that a life spent in the service of his children is the creation of a legacy so vast that it can be deeply drawn from for generations to come, but it will never be emptied by any who come to it. The true test of a father's legacy is that it rests in every life except his own. For to leave a true legacy, we must divest ourselves of everything so that the investment in our families can be everything. A father of the highest caliber will point the way only because he has walked it beforehand. And in the walking, he has meticulously cleared it of all the obstructions that would harm his family in the manner that they harmed him when he first cleared them. A father teaches his children that the battle is not determined by the enemy that stands around them, but by the God who stands within them. And that lesson can only be driven home as they watch their father stand around them while God stands within their father. And one final quote to wrap this up today, and it reads this way. The call of fatherhood is in fact a call of sacrifice, not in some heroic sense where a father is lifted high on some glowing pedestal with all of his sacrifices held up to the awe of those around him. Rather, it is a call that will cost him all that he has, that will be absent of accolades, where rewards will be sparse, and where he will someday find himself having spent all, but in the spending having gained everything. And this is the glory of fatherhood. Thanks for joining us on Life Talk today. You'll find Life Talk on most podcast platforms as well as YouTube. I would also encourage you to check out all of our daily posts on all of our social media sites. Thanks for being here today. And here's wishing fathers everywhere a happy Father's Day.